those who missed out, or for those who want to try it again, here is the decision-making exercise explained. Watch each clip one time and simply note whether you'd penalize the attack, the defense, or play on. Review your key focus area definitions for tackle assist, Jackler, and Cleanout. And then take a quick look at pressure gauge once again from our contextual definitions before you watch the replay and explanation. And feel free to challenge the process of the explanation as well.
Get low, get low. Good tackle. Who is that? Matt? Oh, nice. What? Oh.
Here we see the defense applying a bit of pressure, but the attack with plenty of support. Number 12, the tackler comes in, gets stuck on the wrong side right as the jacklers come in. Tackler would be the thing to referee here, as the cleaners never had a chance.
Good shot on that, Tony. Good ball, Matt.
Despite some pretty good line speed from the defense here, the missed tackle puts the attack on the front foot. Defender locks onto the ball. That should be our trigger for tackle assist. As they go to the ground, they never let go in order to become a legal jackler. Penalty against tackle assist should be our decision.
It's not new, which is
Good skills.
oh my god, that's great.
So, but the skills are
An interesting shift in the pressure gauge here. A poor pass that goes to ground has the attack a bit compromised, but the ball carrier is able to get around the first defender. Now, as 10 goes to ground, he's locked onto the ball and becomes tackle assist and doesn't release. The attack doesn't deserve quick ball here as they're a bit compromised, and the referee chooses to manage the defense off the ball as a turnover would be illegal. This would be a tackle assist moment, but play on is the credible outcome.
The back line. Willems scoots around, pushes it out wide. Trinity Western bundled into a tackle. UBC trying to get there.
Nice.
And they are. I think that was Steven.
In the ensuing clips, we will cover identification of dangerous cleanouts and crock roll, but this is a good example of awareness and technique from both teams. So as the defense is able to get around the corner before the attack and stall the momentum, we see a tackle assist locked onto the ball, a good release, and the jackler is able to get a lift on the ball. Now the cleaner does not clamp onto the upper body. There is a leg lift, but no pressure downwards on the lower limbs, so no dangerous cleanout or crock roll, but the turnover should have come regardless. Penalty for holding on is the most credible outcome. Another good example of skill and awareness from both attack and defense. So as the ball carrier puts a bit of footwork on, the defense is able to get around the corner and apply more pressure than the attack. So as we see the offload come in here, there is a single tackler with a player who is waiting for the tackle to be complete. So we don't have a tackle assist situation as the ball carrier gets up and goes again. The Jackler gets onto the ball. The cleanout misses, but does not clamp onto the upper body. So we don't have a dangerous cleanout or croc roll situation. And the ball carrier, or the Jackler rather, should be rewarded for being in a position to lift the ball and the turnover not coming through holding on. Penalty for holding on against the attack is the credible decision here. As the attack try to get around the corner with some limited support, we see the defense gain the advantage of the pressure gauge by getting to the space quicker than the attacking support. So as the tackler in the red headgear goes low to make the tackle and ends up to the side, not in the way, the Jackler waits, gets in a position to lift the ball. Now we see the cleaner come in and clamp on the upper body but drive forward, so this is not applying pressure on the lower limbs or a croc roll. The ball gets lifted and turned over. Play on is our credible option here. A slightly more complex clean out versus counter ruck picture coming up here. So as the ball goes wide, we see the defense employs good connectivity and line speed, able to take away the space after the pass to number 6. The offload comes in, but the ball carrier is brought down isolated from the support with only 9 and 10, the next drivers in the picture. Ball carrier legally places the ball back, taking away the jackal, but the counter ruck comes through, using the leg legally as a lever and driving backwards. And then we see the dark blue support player who arrives late, going off feet to negate the would-be counter ruck turnover. Penalty against the dark blue attacking team for sealing off is the most credible outcome here. So as a training exercise, the reason this clip was put up from such a wide angle is to challenge our triggers for identifying dangerous cleanouts or croc rolls. So even though they're far away, you see the blue team is able to stall the momentum of the white team in attack. There is a blue Jackler able to get into a position to lift the ball. The white arriving cleaner is beaten for height, clamps on to the upper body and twists the Jackler to the side near the lower limbs. This should be a penalty only for croc roll. So different from the previous clip, we have an attacking support player slightly beaten for height and chooses to find a lever point to drive the Jackler out of the contest. So as we see number 16 arrive, they square up to their goal line, grab a lever point and drive the player through, and the momentum causes a movement to the side. This is not a clamp or a croc roll. So back to our wide angle, our trigger for a dangerous cleanout or croc roll is a late or pressured arrival. So as we see the white team in defense in control, the blue player clamps onto the upper body and twists to the side. There's not a great deal of pressure applied to the lower limbs, but this is a croc roll and should be a penalty against the blue attacking team. Like most situations in our game, the best way to find ourselves in a position to make decisions that are easy to follow, which is the ultimate goal, is to move first and position ourselves into a position to see what we need to see. The next step is to identify which team and which player is under the most pressure in order to zoom in on what we need to see. So whether that be in the case of this session, Jackler versus Cleanout, or whether it be any other situation that arises in the game in front of us. Reviewing key focus areas, staying mobile, and reviewing regular footage will give us a chance to move towards that target.